If you look in the dictionary and search the word greatness, you will find the definition is Trey the Barber. Many people ask me, Trey, why do you cut? What's your purpose? Why you gotta make a documentary? Why won't you just cut hair? Is it really that important? And I say, well, here's the story behind it all. Something I learned a long while ago. When you start something, always finish it. My cousin Caleb, he died back in April, and I will go into depth about that. Long live Caleb Watson. However, being around him and being with him gave me a passion that will last for a lifetime. Although you may not have your passion right now, or you may have your passion right now, I hope that this documentary refocus you. And I hope it puts you on a path to where you understand that you are great. No one can tell you that you're not. You heard it from Trey the Barber first. Keep in mind, no matter what you go through, there's always going to be an obstacle, a course, and you may seem like you're walking into the dark, but really, it's just a new life. Having the blessings and having the opportunity to really cut hair didn't come immediately. Like, there was a hidden talent that I never knew I really had. At this point right now that we're recording, it's been 10 months. And you've seen my work. You see my work now, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, it did not come immediately. But when I was growing up, I say when I was about 4 years old, 3 years old, I started playing football and basketball. And my granddad, who was a well-known pastor, well-known minister, Reverend Ernest James, great pastor, great man. Everybody knows him as the hugging and kissing pastor. He was able to put me in places where I wasn't supposed to be at the time. Like, to play 7, 8, you had to be 7, 8 years old. But at the age of 4 and 5, I had the opportunity to go out and play. And I adopted the name of Little Coach, because every time the coaches would step on the field, I was like, Coach, you on the field, man, you gotta get off the field. And they were like, all right, Little Coach. And so that's how football went. Now basketball, it stuck with me longer. I played up until my senior year of high school. I went out to UNA, University of North Alabama here in Florence, Alabama, whatever. And when I tell you, I went to go play basketball, the coach, he said he was gonna give me an opportunity. I got there and no trials were here. So I sat right there for a full semester and I came back frustrated, irritated, sad. It was crazy. So I came here to Stillman College, man, and Coach Jackson gave me an opportunity. I made the team and turned around, he ended up leaving. He found a better job at a Division I school, and it was so crazy, man, because that was my shot. That was my moment. I knew I was a basketball player. I knew I was a hooper. But I had to realize one thing, though, man. When God has something greater for you, go get that. Don't hold on to the small things. Basketball is just a small portion of your life. Sports is just a small portion of your life. You play until you're about 20, 25. And in some cases, like Kobe, LeBron, Vince Carter, I think Vince Carter's 39 years old, 40 years old in the league right now. But he still has at least 60 more years to live if God allows him to see 100. So the main thing that was instilled in my mental from this point on was go do something that you can do when you're 100. See, me, being a black man, being a young black man at that, you know, it's very hard in this world today and to survive. And when I look at the bigger picture, I want to find something that creates longevity for my family and longevity for my future. So I don't have to wake up in the morning and wonder if my job is going to be shut down or not, because I'm my own boss, I'm my own worker. And eventually, you know what I'm saying, as the Lord permits and the Lord allows, I plan to be greater. and greater and greater, and hopefully the greatest of all time to ever do this. So, reason number one why I do this, listen to my 3 points. Reason number one, it was destined for me. How did I know that? Just kept grinding, kept watching, kept looking, kept observing. Better yet, watch this. When I first started cutting, I wasn't good. I was okay. As you saw in the beginning when I showed you Caleb's cut, you know, I wasn't just good at it, but I kept pushing, I kept persevering, I kept going at it, I kept pushing at it. But watch this, it takes a good support system to support a man who's gonna do whatever he wants to do. Vice versa for a woman as well. You gotta have somebody behind you that's really behind you 100%. So, with that being said, there's plenty of things I can tell you about cutting hair and doing your thing, but the main thing I'm gonna tell you is this right here. Keep God first. Remember why you started. And do your thing. When I started cutting, I never thought that I would honestly be this big. Now I'm to the point where cutting hair is my passion. It's really what I love to do. No one can change that. No one will change that. And in fact, I will do what I can to pass it on to others. I believe cutting hair gave me all sorts of opportunities to meet so many wonderful people. So many people, male and female, who have a huge impact on this world. I even become very close friends with a lot of people. I've come into contact with a lot of recording artists, a lot of comedians, and a lot of people who have a high position in the world when it comes to entertainment. And that right there is big to me because I watched all these people growing up on TV. Now I will be over there grooming hair-wise when it comes to life. And it's nothing but a blessing. Focus on your blessing, man. You never know how the Lord gonna bless you. Always focus on the Lord first. My favorite scripture is Matthew 6:33. If you seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, then he will give you the desires of your heart. But look, hey, it's gonna hop in though, and I'm gonna take you to the place where I reside the most. This past February, we lost one of the most important people in the world, Jalen DeAnthony Merriweather. The guy was cool, down to earth, and he never caused any problems with anyone. He was just him. Fours Up Barbershop was started in honor of Jalen's life. As you can see now, there is a signing of the shop that pays respects and love and tribute to Jalen. Leroy Merriweather, who is the father of Jalen Merriweather, is the guy that took me in and put me under his care and allowed me to be the barber I am today. So for that, I'll love him forever.
Well, I'm here to tell you how me and Trey the barber met. It was more like a coincidence. Me and my friend had death in our heart, but God was watching over us. He brought us together with love, passion, and harmony. I explained to Trey what I had wanted to do, where we wanted to start, where we wanted to begin. From the building of this whole foundation of Force Up, where we started making people, not making people, but talking to others and making people understand where we was coming from. The whole thing is to make people look better than they were looking before they came in the shop.
Juanco Spinal Towers on the track.
Cutting became my first love, I'll say, December 2nd. My cousin kept calling me, and I was working at a plant at the time. He called me, and I ended up getting off around like 9:30. And he was like, hey, cuz, I need you to come cut my hair. I have to sing in the morning, and my barber is out of town. Now I'm looking like, cuz, you know I don't cut. And the reason why he called me out of all cousins is because I told him a couple months back, like, cuz, I'm gonna start cutting hair, man. And I reached out to a couple of local barbers that I know, man, who are really good at what they do. But I never did catch interest into it until cuz called me for some odd reason. So when he called me and said I need to cut, I said, well, cuz, I ain't got no clippers. I'm trying to back out. I'm like, cuz, I ain't got no clippers. He says, all right, Brittany got some. Brittany's his little sister. All right, Brittany got some. She was in class at Shelton, whatever, for cosmetology. And so she had some clippers and stuff like that, and she was able to provide the clippers at the time. And so as I got there, I'm watching 360 G's all the way there in the car. I get there, still watching 360 G's. Before I started his head, I waited about 10 minutes before I started, because I'm watching the video. The whole time, he's like, cuz, relax, man, you straight, you got it. He just amping me up. He's like, you got it, man, you got it, I believe in you. He did say, messed me up, though. Bad enough, we got to fight. But true enough, he was just playing, just talking, man. But yeah, man, that was my whole motivation behind cutting his hair. And as you can see here, it wasn't a perfect cut, but it was a start. And it planted a seed in me that I never knew would expand and grow to this point. One of the best things I remember about Cuz, man, when I cut his hair, he'd be sitting down right here while I cut his head, and he'll spark up a basketball conversation, cause that was, you know what I'm saying? That was what he loved, along with singing and stuff like that. But basketball was something he loved to do, and loved to talk about, loved to argue about. And the biggest argument we had was who was better, LeBron or Mike, or LeBron and Kobe. Like, LeBron would hit dog. So if you want rocking with LeBron, he wasn't rocking with you at the moment. But yeah, man. So every time I got someone in the chair now, may seem weird, but I just imagine I'm cutting his head 1,000 times when I'm cutting 1,000 heads a day. And that's what sparks my motivation for cutting. No black ice, no nothing. You hear me? Clean fades all around. No black ice, no nothing. For sure. And there you have it, the story behind it all. Keep in mind, my story may not be your story, so you may not go through what I go through, but always remember that you are worth it and that you can do whatever you want to do in life. As long as you have the will and the power of God, you can do whatever you want to accomplish. Trader Barber said it first. You heard it first. And hey, let's get this money.